Let's Dub Project.
I notice, brave adventurers, you have not answered my question. Who are you? Brave souls who travel these worlds.
We're on our way to see the lady. What's her face?
I'm gonna approach this guy.
Lady Whisper? You go to see Lady Whisper?
Yeah, in Black Hill.
Yeah, that's the one.
She is a goddess among humans.
Okay.
I am Havard, her loyal servant.
Ah, I see, and what, might I ask, are you doing here? So far from her.
Ah, Lady Whisper has sent me on a quest that I cannot tell you of.
Aww.
Okay.
Please.
Naris, once again ignoring what he's talking about, begins to look at all the merchants.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use Mage Hand to slap her?
If you want, I'm not gonna stop you.
Shugo-san?
It happens out of the blue. Kazuna? Kazuna leaps into my arms and hugs me forcefully,
I'm gonna go.
and she whispers into my ear hoarsely.
I'll study my hardest and chase my dreams so my sister will always have someone to look up to.
Sure.
I'll leave Sis to you. Shugo-san, you take good care of her until the day I come back.
Okay, I got it. She then pulls away from me and says,
Well, Shugo-san, I'll be going soon. Please don't cheat on me, since you're gonna be all alone with Sis.
You dummy, there's no way I'd...
I was kidding!
Kazuna. Seeing her confident, smiling face fills me with joy. I know she has some dark shadows left to wrestle with, but those shining eyes of hers definitely haven't changed. You're right. Now it's my turn. Until Yura wakes up, and until Kazuna achieves her dreams and returns. Hell, I don't know how much time that'll take. I don't know if there's a guarantee that happiness awaits us at the end of this long road. However, just like how Yura waited endlessly in the darkness, all we can do is keep on believing during these boundless, uneventful days.
And one day,
We can all live happily ever after, right?
you bet.
Junpei looked down at the cards in his hands. All of the pictures were quite clear, and each person easily recognizable. Was Ace's vision truly so bad? But if it wasn't, what had made him so uncomfortable? That was when Junpei remembered what he'd heard from Lotus much earlier.
Prosopagnosia. Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's, or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. And means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to.
Maybe he's got prosopagnosia.
Junpei took another look at Ace. He sat at the base of the stairs, looking quite depressed. It was reasonable, of course, that he'd feel that way. If he really did have prosopagnosia, there was no doubt it was a depressing and painful experience. Still, Junpei didn't feel like patting him on the shoulder and telling him everything would be alright would help that much. Still, Junpei felt perhaps it was best to keep Ace's condition to himself, at least for the time being.
Oh well.
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back toward the boxes.
Well, she hates me because she thinks I took her baby away from her.
Gee, Rifle looks so happy. Is she actually playing with a sniper?
Stop all this cacophony!
The biological parent and the caregiver parent locked in a struggle over the child.
It's almost like watching divorce court.
Do you think you could hold this silly mother penguin down for me?
Jamor plays the horn to help pass the time.
And
The horn? What kind of horn?
does anybody want to play Dragon Chess?
I have a horn instrument.
Yes, and Ankle Biter
What's-
bubbles the Rage Bubbler to keep himself relaxed.
What does the 12 get you if you roll a 12 on your horn?
Well, I have
Or
+3
15.
proficiency in my horn, so.
So what does it get you?
15. It means I did a
something?
pretty good job.
You did a pretty good job. So you play.
He only messed up like 2 notes. Pretty good job, Jamroar. Pretty good job.
Good job.
Doing that, I pull out my
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, I didn't even...
The sound of hooting drowned out his response. We looked to see 2 cars coming to a stop behind us. Damn, my ride's here.
Mine too.
He was about to say something, but every time he opened his mouth, the cars would hoot. I guess we should go.
Yeah. Bye.
Well, now I guess now's a better time than ever to try and break those Cyclops. Here we go. Magatama, mother penguin!
Take that!
I want you to tell me about the monitoring system here.
You don't light up either, do you, Mr. Lawyer? They're just electronic medical records and feeds from security cameras. With these, I can monitor all the animals 24/7.
And I say you're a liar, liar, pants on fire. I have proof that you can't monitor the animals 24/7 with this system. And this proof's on candid camera.
Take that!
A security camera doesn't record footage until 10 a.m. If that's the case, how could you possibly monitor the animals 24/7?
Okay, you got me. I guess that was a pretty weak explanation. You're right. I guess I can't monitor the animals 24/7. But if I see anything unusual on the camera feeds, I can spring to action right away. And if I can examine an animal, I can usually tell exactly what's going on with them.
Wow, he's really confident in his abilities. But I still say you can't do that 24/7.
But I'm here at the aquarium most of the time. And I can go anywhere at any time to examine an animal.
Anywhere? I say that's not true either. I have proof that there's a place you can't go. Now, if I recall correctly, the Orca pool room is off limits to anybody without an ID card. So...
Take that!
The only people who have access to the Orca pool room are the owner and Sasha. So how can you say you monitor all the animals?
Son of a gun. So you knew about the security card, did you?
First, the victim. It is imperative that we clear up all doubt as to who the unidentified corpse belongs to.
Ain't that Kitty dude? It couldn't be anyone else.
Gary is standing right there.
No, that's a ghost, dude!
But she has feet.
Well, that's probably because she's a newly evolved species of ghost, dude!
Is there no end to your stupidity?
If I could prove to you that the corpse wasn't Kirigiri's, then you'd accept it, right? So, to do that, how about we look at something unique about Kirigiri and compare it to the body we found?
Something unique about Kirigiri? But isn't she unique in every sense of the being? I can't quite say I've met anybody like her.
Kirigiri's gloves. That's where the answer to this question is hidden.
In that case, wouldn't it be best to explain why she wears those gloves in the first place?
You know?
Monokuma told us, you wear them to hide markings on your hands that you don't want people to see, right?
Oh yeah! That corpse wasn't wearing gloves, was it?
They were burned off in the explosion, that's all! It's gonna take more than that to convince me. You're all being deceived by that ghost, dude!
I was her Santa Claus. This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either.
We didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids. So, I had to be like her dad. And that meant that I bought her Christmas presents every year. On Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow. And the next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile.
Look! Santa left me a present! Santa got me the doll I really wanted. I'm so glad that he got the letter I wrote.
I was the one who told her to write those letters. I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out. And then a few days later it'd show up back in our mailbox marked, address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple of stores with some money I saved over the years and buy her the stuff she asked for. It took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. June looked down, uncomfortable. The wall next to him suddenly groaned. Either he hadn't heard the sound or didn't care. Santa kept talking.
But one year, her letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that. Instead, it said,
I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true. My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time.
But I couldn't make that wish come true. Some Santa I am.
Santa looked sad. Junpei had never seen him look.
What the hell was that? Were you trying to drown me?
I reached out my hand to help him get back into the boat. No, I was trying to get back for dinner. He grabbed my hand and tugged me into the water. Hey!
What? It's okay for you to make me fall into the water, but I can't return the favor?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Right. Of course, it's all because of your bottomless pit of a stomach.
I'll have you know that a growing lady needs...
The way you eat, the only growing you'll be doing is horizontally.
They had finally collected all 9 picture cards. All that remained was to insert the cards into the slots at the front of each box. Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder at them.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
Junpei gave him a look.
Yeah. Of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers on the boxes. So, for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1. The card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2, and so on.
Ah, I see.
Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened. Just then, Junpei heard a noise. He spun around, just in time to see June collapse in front of the fence.
June, are you okay?
She did not respond. Junpei spun back around to face Ace.
I'm sorry. I gotta go check on her. You do the box thing, alright?
Huh?
Just put the cards in the boxes. I'm counting on you.
He shoved the cards into Ace's hands and ran off towards June.
Symbol representing Fenrir. That has to be. Let's do this.
Why does he keep standing there? Can he just answer already? I
W,
don't get
L.
it.
No, we know this, Nyagi. We do not have to go through your epiphany. Fuck, I don't care.
Oh.
I mean, at this point, he should probably already know the answer. What's the point of standing around there and not saying anything?
Woo!
Good, Nyagi. Good, good.
That was kind of obvious.
The sun's going down already. I guess it's fall now.
The most elegant of seasons.
Hey, look, a swallow.
The most elegant of birds.
They're supposed to be done rearing chicks by the start of summer. I guess all birds are changing now.
I guess so. The chicks are really small. That reminds me of something from a long time ago.
Me too. Thank you, Yoko.
When I was young, I found Ryota freezing on the ground after falling out of his mother's nest. Doves breed all year round. No wonder they're everywhere. That was how we met, right? When I found you flopping around in the dirt and carried you back up to your nest.
That's mean.
Thinking about it, if I hadn't walked by then, you'd be dead. Though, you're still not exactly the healthiest bird around.
Yeah. Thank you, Yoko. If you hadn't found me then, I wouldn't be here now. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Ever since, I've always loved your kindness and monkey tree climbing genes. And you're just the same as you were then. Never change, okay?
Whoa. Who told you guys you could have a moment? Give back to the dumb jokes. Geez, you'd think the editor would have fixed that. Right?
Well, alright, well, spill the beans, Dr. Crab. What does that thingamajig thing that you'd use do?
It's a system of ecological data organization developed in Europe. I call it the Torpedo. What do you think? Pretty impressive name, isn't it?
Torpedo? As in man the battle stations and all that?
No! It's the name I gave to this data organization system. Torpedo! It stands for Teleobservation Real-Time Pertinent Data Organizer.
It sounds like someone really wanted it to spell out torpedo.
Looking at them, I don't think they're actually really going to benefit any of you except for selling. You see, there's about 150 gold worth of things like canvas, silk, fabrics, fur, that kind of thing. There's about 150 gold's worth of that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they stole that from those merchants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And that we should probably give it back.
Someone should. Jammer says someone should go ask the merchant if these things belong to him.
As they are coming back in, here's your merchant representation. It's a little peasant dude. I'm gonna turn. I'm also gonna make you not pink anymore because you don't have bardic inspiration. Hold on.
No more inspiration for you.
Poor Jammer.
Stay inspired.
And so we're all just gonna like mob the merchants as they come back in the door. Why do we have multiple ankle brushers on?
Wait, do we?
Wait,
Where's the second one?
Jammer
Not
saw a
anymore, you're
glimpse
fine.
of Engelbayer's long lost brother.
Okay, the merchants are it's a handful of merchants. They come back in, and go, oh my god, those were the bandits that stole from our caravan.
All right.
Do you have anything you're gonna say to them?
Jammer asks, what exactly did they steal from you? Because I want to make sure they're not going to rip us off with the goods we found.
Oh, well, it was about 150 gold's worth of things like canvas and silk and furs.
God damn it.
Really specific.
Jamroar whispers, God damn it.
That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So, what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa? QED, Meal!
He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble.
My teeth were chattering enough to make speech difficult. He wrapped his arms around me.
We need to get you out of the water.
I unconsciously burrowed closer to him. He's warm. How is he still so warm? He quickly assisted me onto the boat before deftly hoisting himself up after me. I reached for the oars, but he batted my hands away and grabbed them himself.
I'll do it. I'm not losing the game just because you got pneumonia from taking too long to get back.
His words seemed harsh, but his voice was gentle. I curled up, trying to get warm while he rowed us back to shore. The speed made for a bumpy ride, and something knocked against my ankle. His camera? It's all wet. I picked it up with shaky hands and cradled it to my chest. I didn't even realize we'd reached the shore until he pulled me into a standing position.
You're a very cautious driver.
Carve it into your soul, kid. One accident is all it would take, and that would be the end of both our lives. It may seem strange to a young girl like you, but once you've lost someone, you'll understand.
Oh my god, this sparrow's gonna tell me her life story. I'm sure you've got some nice elaborate backstory, but at this rate, I probably should have just walked. Do you think we'll get there before the bright time comes?
I said carve it into your soul! The speed limit for scooters is 30 kilometers per hour.
We're not even going that fast.
A bird's gotta know her limitations.
Haha, joke's on you, we're already breaking the law. Might as well throw one more on the barrel.
That rule is for humans. Birds are light, so one or two more doesn't stop the brakes from working. We're fine like this.
But I'm not a cool bird! And so we putted along at Azami's hyper-cautious speed. By the time we got to my house, it was almost light out.
The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there is another agent on this case with me.
Oh, another agent?
He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him someday.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Auf Wiedersehen. Don't miss me too much, Scruffy.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Oh, thank God and a half. I could finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip.
Hey boys and girls, it's the adventures of Togami and Nyagi. One is a smexy super genius, the other is an idiot. So enjoy this new episode.
Togami headed straight for the shelf at the back, as though he knew exactly what he was looking for.
There it is. Here.
Then he returned to where I was standing, carrying a single file.
Here, look.
Look? But I can't read it. What language is this in?
You're not saying you made it to high school without learning French, are you?
I'm pretty sure the majority of high school students can't read French, actually.
You're hopeless. Fine, I'll read it for you. Just know that you'll be repaying this debt 100-fold. Kiss my feet!
100-fold? Oh, hell no.
Don't be ridiculous.
As she grinds her teeth together, Yura grits out in a harsh whisper.
You think that'll make me happy?
Sis?
How far must you go?
A hoarse growl escapes from between Yura's lips.
Tired of tormenting me.
And in the very next instant,
Oh shit! Shugo, stop her!
Kazuna!
everybody starts shouting at the same time. As Yura raises her arm to strike, Toji and Nana leap toward her to stop her, while Keiichiro just stands there with his mouth hanging open. I see the blade gleaming as it's about to be plunged into Kazuna's neck. I see Kazuna looking fearlessly into her sister's face. And then I see Yura sobbing like an abandoned child. And that's why I pull the trigger.
Oh! Hello, Tosaka.
Sir, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I overslept.
Overslept?
Ah! My homework. I forgot to bring my homework.
All right, calm down there, Lady Spazalot.
Huh?
What's the number in the top left-hand corner say? What is this meta malarkey? Did we just go full-on fluffy? Ferris Bueller breaking the gosh diddly fourth wall? What the fuck?
I can't believe it. He actually broke the anti-bad language machine. Well, shit.